All right, what a blessing. Hold on, this person called me on my cell.
What my dog Nate dog?
I think Nate Dogg's working through some internal stuff right now. Sorry, this
Yeah, I talked to him like 2 weeks ago. He was telling me what he was going through a little bit, so I understand.
this person just called me. Hold on one second.
Nah, do your
Sorry,
thing.
guys.
Do your thing, twin.
All righty. Let's see, three. All right, sorry, I have to send that. Um, we were just referencing, we were making a point about. Sorry, Jesus. Please find a copy of the official. Sorry, guys. This is All right.
Bro, why you keep
Please find a
saying
cover.
sorry,
I
bro?
know. Yeah, that's a weak ass shit. And I
Yeah,
actually was
like,
training my wife.
yeah,
Don't even say that.
yeah,
Hey, you all
yeah, bro.
appreciate your patience. This is a urgent thing about this Adderall property that should have been closed like 2 months ago. The office will now await closing confirmation. All right. Please find. Damn. Yo, persistence, focus. This is. Oh shit. Skip shot. This is powerful. God, I'm so grateful. I am so. Let me CC Carla and Emery on this. And Chris. Sorry. Thank you all. And Chris. Is it Chris? Good morning, Karma. I am so grateful you got on this so quickly. Period. Thank you so very much. And this is dope. This is God putting in work for me. Knows my heart because I've been going through some work.
Sounds like all of us, man.
Yep.
That
Yep. And
winter.
it's fruitful shit when you sit with it.
Oh.
All right, cool. All right. Yeah, no, we were discussing. Elijah had brought up some great points with some clients, some business, some traction, what he should do with it or not. And then we reframed some ideas of how and why he should leverage it. For example, he said, I have some deals that are coming soon, but I've been in my head if I should post it now or not because I'm not sure when. And I said, so I heard it. I said, well, it's good. And coming soon means you have a property that will be coming soon. Now, that could be a couple of days, that could be a month, it could be a year. But that supports coming soon. Well, coming soon is really a mindset. I mean, it could be quick, it could be wild, but that's traction, and then it helps build. And he has an agreement, right? So that's legit business. What we have to continue to do is we're building this billboard of proof. We have a following. We have people that don't follow us, but will be exposed to us. And the only way to build a strong, confident belief system in you is to show you, it's to reinforce you are and you do what you say you do. So that's sharing when you have new deals. That's sharing maybe some conversations with new clients you had. That's sharing situations about current deals and situations you have, and not framing it to where you are the superhero, not framing it where it's about you and why you're so valuable, but framing it about what you did for the person that's so valuable, the client, the investor, the seller, the buyer, the agency, whoever it is that like make them the superhero. And you were just the powerful resource that kept it all together, that stayed focused, that did this for that person, that went through this for this person's goals and vision. Because now that actually creates the image of you are a valuable person to other people. And someone watching your content is other people. If you just tell me how great you are, what you accomplish, all this great shit, I'm comparing me to you, right? I'm talking about the mass. That's how their minds work. That's why there's a lack of engagement. That's why there's a lack of support, or maybe not want to do business because people are looking from a reflective lens. So when I see a reflection of you doing great shit for other people, I'm like, well, maybe he'd be able to do good shit for me. So that was kind of an overview of what me and Elijah was going through just off a quick conversation.
Okay, I feel you.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
and to add two of them, I spoke to them were already because they're just on hold because the people got to get one lady, she's in like physical therapy. I'm like, you know what? You're right, Jeremy. It's like, yo, they want to see you out here. If you're working to get business, you got business. It's just to execute on the business and do another post. So you're right. You're
And the
right.
majority of our business has to be nurtured,
So
right? It's not now business. So when we get it, which took work, rather a reputation, a brand, or actual physical being on and via text message that maybe took 6 months of following up and they never responded. Now they finally did. Like that was a commitment and work. I would even share a story like that. Hey, back in July, I had a client, I had a conversation with someone who was in a situation where they knew they needed to sell their property. They were going to go through bankruptcy, and the bank could care less about their excuses at this point, but they needed more time and they wanted to make it right. They just were in a rough situation. I stayed in touch. I didn't hear back, but I knew what was on their plate and what they were facing. So I felt their weight. Here it is, 4 months later. I still stay true to seeing how the situation played out or what I could do. And they finally reached out and they're in a position now where we can help them actually get sell or transition their property without having to lose it to the bank and all their equity. This is the best day. I feel so good knowing we're about to make this happen for this person. They didn't lose everything. Who did I make that story about?
you read about them.
But you probably love me a lot during that
Mhm.
story,
Did you help them?
right? So if we start rethinking about our business that way, our our target audience, our I don't know what they call it. Basically our target audience, whoever we're serving, if we think about it from that lens, what happened? And just start sharing. Again, your social media page, that is just your resume and your platform to be you. You'll be a lot more consistent. You'll actually have more fun, and your content will be better if you just be you. Just don't be like the person who got a lot of likes because they're being them, and that's why they got a lot of likes, and they probably failed a lot, and now they figured it out. But they're doing them their way, their style. Let them do them. You do you, and it may take time, but do you and do it with that framework of never being a superhero, never being the superhero. You're just the person who supports the superhero, the main event. You will become more valuable. You will become more trustworthy. You will become more in demand because you're serving others. And if I'm watching your page, I'm the other. You're giving me a reason to say, wow, he may be able to help me then because it wasn't about you,
Hmm.
but it becomes about you. Why do we watch a movie? Why do we go and watch Netflix? For a story, for an outcome, right? And if the outcome is sexier enough, we'll watch it. So your content, just make it a storyline. Let's not just teach. Let's not just do the basic shit. Make everything a story. And even if you gotta make up some truth to support the story, it don't matter. It don't matter. It's your page. If you didn't even, me and Elijah had a conversation, I don't know, this week, last week, or a week before, but he shared something. I said, bro, make that shit up. Or I said, and if you don't, I will. I'll just act like it happened. Who cares? You know what I mean? Who cares? Long as it's not unethical, you're not saying like, I don't know. I don't even know what would be off limits. You know, but the traction. What's up, Derek? Mr. Debo. He came off tour, y'all.
Gangway, what up?
Yeah.
Oh,
He
damn,
came
he
off
talking
tour.
different. Damn, gangway. That's where you been at, bro?
Wait, what's
Damn.
going
What's
on?
up?
Is this?
Takau's on a rejuvenating journey, so everything triggers him.
Yeah. Fuck you.
Nah, man, blessed and highly favored. I missed y'all. Please forgive my distance. New role. I've been settling in. They got me traveling. It's been a crazy couple months. But today, finally, after break, we are chilling. So I'm like, all right, no, I have a Wednesday morning open. I'm like, nah, I'm joining my call. Um, Life is good. I can't complain. And I hope all is well with y'all, fam.
Mhm.
Love
Good
that,
to
man.
hear.
We're
Good to
proud of you,
hear.
bro. I mean, we definitely noticed your MIA-ness, but once we
It's
found
hard,
out
it's hard
why,
not to, you know. I get
no,
it.
no, no. But once we found out why, it made sense. You know,
Yeah,
you left DraftKings, got a phenomenal role at another organization that gives you deeper, further exposure, which is what you love in an entertainment space, or I don't even know exactly what it is, but
And travel.
it was a huge upgrade for you. So, you know, we understand that transition is gonna take a setback for a fucking major launch, just like every launch.
that
There's a
part,
pullback.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
that part, that part.
Type
Um,
shit.
but yeah, nah, Jeremy, I talked to you offline, but I'll tell the team. Your boy's still cooking nonetheless. I was able to get my uncle under PNS.
Mm.
Yeah, it's been dope. It was a journey. It was a journey.
Mm.
But we got him on the PNS for a dope spot in Leominster, which is awesome. So your boy's still cooking. Don't worry. You know what I mean? But I appreciate y'all always for the support and for the community. You already know.
Let's go.
Appreciate,
Congrats.
appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all.
That's one of those things that supports it. Our business, it takes time. You know, removing the mindset of we need quick business. We want it, yes, but when it comes, we're just going to be extremely grateful. When you have a smooth deal, be extremely grateful. Just don't, it's not the norm. But we love when it happens, but this is our business. He started with his uncle, not his cousin, not a neighbor. You know, I don't even know, back whenever.
Yeah.
And his
And
uncle didn't leave him, which usually that would happen. Like, it's probably you. You know, it's probably you. And you stayed with it. So very happy with you, bro. Very, very happy for you, should I say.
appreciate you.
Absolutely plan on celebrating with you as you take your uncle through the finish line.
Oh yeah, we on and popping this weekend, y'all. So it's gonna be a reunion. You feel me?
Oh yeah, we are at Thumbprint you talking about.
Yeah, all their parties on Saturday. It came
Yeah.
quick. Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to say, I'm gonna have to stay away from you, bro. I don't like the way you talking, bro. They talk about
I,
gameplay, it's popping.
Yo,
Yeah, I'm highly triggered, brother. I'm highly triggered.
he's highly
Tikal said I'm
triggered.
reformed.
Yo, he
I want to
really
go
is.
back.
I had a call with him the other day, and I don't know what it is about Takal, but Takal brings out a version of me that ain't normally, it ain't my go-to. But and he be questioning me, and they be like, "You good, bro? You like
Yeah,
bringing
bro.
those
I don't
words a
know,
little
bro.
comfy, bro."
But that is funny.
Yo, Takal, hey, he's realizing, his safe space. He's trying to not, you know what I mean? He's
So
trying to
Cal,
keep
this is
himself.
your safe
Heavy,
brother.
heavy on it. I don't know, man. Feeling like I'm in the trenches again, man.
Dude.
I don't, I'm just all after jokes. Gotta be back on the call with y'all, man. Yo, Nate Dogg Park. Okay. He's in the cut. It's a scary sight.
But
We got
Nate
the
Dogg probably closed this morning.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why
he's
he was
actually got
late.
some really good traction. We was chatting a week ago, and he was telling me he have a couple deals. I think a seller and a buyer, or two sellers, or something like that, in the works that's about to come to fruition. So the whole team is gaining speed. Even myself, you know, but this, and I want you guys to understand your production level. I'm sure nobody's happy with their production level. I'm nowhere near happy with my production level, like at all. At the same time, I will acknowledge we are all gaining great traction and have had some great traction in a market that is very, very tough. Very tough. Does not change anything. We're gonna have, even when it's going nuts in a good way, it's actually very tough because it's hard to get an offer accepted. So you can have all these clients, but if you can't get a deal accepted because there's 20 offers for every house, that's still a tough market. We're just in a different kind of tough, where it's just been very tough, but it's okay. We didn't back down. We didn't quit the industry and walk away, you know, and even support. We had someone walk away from their safety net of employment based on her decision. Doesn't make it right or wrong, but she walked away. And now you correct me if I'm wrong, Shante, but this is an assumption. She's experiencing a different level of capability because everything's on the line. She not only quit her job, she fucking brought a house, which is debt, that needs work, that has no tenants, that and she has no job. besides herself and her business now. When I say have a job, I'm meaning like someone else saying, "Hey, here's your love note every 2 weeks." But that now pulls out and it lessens her bullshitting around, her putting stuff off, her, double dutching with what should be done versus what she wants to be done.
Yeah. Yeah, I called Tay the other day. She was quick. She was like, "Yeah, I gotta get up out of here." I was like, "All right, I feel you."
And I'll let her speak to that just because, again, that's my assumption based on my experience.
Yes, it definitely changes the perspective. I mean, everything's all on me, right? Like I have no other income other than what I hunt and bring in. So yeah, it's a different level of stress, but it's also just like you got to get to it. But I've also been very grateful to have a consistent flow of business coming in. But it's exactly what you said. It's nurture. Like some of these people are ready to go now, but a lot of them aren't. So I'm like, okay, I know 2026 is about to be up,
It's about to be
but
stupid.
it's about to go crazy,
Nah,
which is great.
I
But
hear it.
there's still work to be done right now to make sure that happens, right? Like nothing is guaranteed. So while I know I'll have a good 2026, I know there's still work I got to put in to make sure I convert all these people and get them close. Because I'm like, if I do all the things, I could probably have 20 clients by March of next year, but it's going to be a little bit slow. That means I might not be getting any checks for, we got what, one closing? I have two closings this month, and I'm like, oh shit, I ain't got nothing on the horizon for January, February. That's scary
Mm.
because these bills don't stop when the commission
Hmm.
does.
Yep. And when the commission comes in, it already has a home
And
that was
it's
waiting.
Jeremy, it's gone.
Cozy,
It's
cozy
gone.
home. Like we've been waiting.
Nah, you spitting it. Motherfucker said, "I'm out here hunting." Damn.
Yeah, I
You
always tell
know,
people you eat what you
Mm.
kill in this business. Like this
yep.
is not.
Mm.
mm,
That's so true. It's not like you hunt it and you get to reserve it, put it on the shelf. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? Call on it for emergency. Like, nah, that's like so I didn't die.
yeah.
You
Literally.
know? And it's and so what you can learn now, because you all are all honestly, y'all are on an accelerated incline. You really are. Rather it's blatant obvious, but y'all are so gifted and so blessed with a different belief system and also the shit you all are doing. So your incline's coming. Just remember, don't change, don't change too much. And my problem came in when I, left the job and went full, real estate the first year, made stupid money, never made, right? So I started making a bunch of purchases. But also now starting different businesses. I was doing a lot of shit. So I changed a lot of things. If I kept everything consistent and just stayed true to the behaviors that gave me that, right? And got me that, I would be in the millions, easy. Right. But because I changed the lifestyle, I changed my debt situation, I changed this, I changed my focus. I made a lot of great money. And the next year I made a little less than that. And the next year I made a little less than that. Right. And in between that little less was me realizing I was overwhelmed, I was overworked, I was over focused. And then I had to close the door and shut down businesses, right? And now as you're doing all this, that's a pullback. There's no business. I now got to now go do the activities, build, right, all these other channels or the mindset to get in these channels to now generate the action, the traction, and then real estate changes again, right? So as I'm changing, real estate's changing. I'm restructuring my own focus. So if I just stayed the course financially and when my behavior is in focus, regardless of how good it gets, regardless of how bad it gets, yo, stay true to the mission. Stay true to the behaviors and the traction that you're capable of creating in your lane. Shantae's level of creating traction is different than Nathan's. Nathan don't need to do what Shantae does. Don't. Now, if that's his gift, then maybe, right? I'm not going to do what Elijah does. Derek's not going to do what Takal does, and he shouldn't. But when the going gets good, don't change. Don't slow down. Don't get fucking lost in sucking lollipops because you're in Candyland now. I promise you, because that's how a lot of millionaires make millionaires. They change everything they did. They change their financial situation, I mean they got more debt, more expenses, and they never really systemized the flow of income at this level and altitude, and they're right back down there. Or they're at that level having to stress out and work just to sustain it to pay the bills, so they're still broke. They have just as
And then
amount of money at
taxes
the end
hit
of the
them at
day
the end of the year.
as us, but they're making millions, but they
Hmm.
still fucking working that hard, like Shantae said, for that house that's calm, warm and cozy, waiting for that her. You pay this shit, or I'm gonna be gone. So as you all are in your incline, just keep that in mind. Don't change your behaviors or your financial debt situation, unless it's like something that's significant that's going to help you multiply. Spend money and take on debt that is intelligent, that's going to help you multiply to different altitudes.
Jeremy, you said you start a business line of credit just in the between where sales aren't coming, right?
Say
Like,
that
so what
again.
I think you had said one time, like, do a business line of credit in case during like months where sales aren't hitting to take care of those expenses and something like that.
Hands down. Absolutely. I highly recommend it. I've used it several times throughout this year to save my life, my business, my
Hmm.
investments, my family. And it's powerful because in our business, there's a process. And yeah, I'm like in September, October, I had like four closings set. Now remember, I said set. I didn't say
Jesus.
closed. One closed in October, the other one closed in November, and two still have not closed yet. And one of them is that deal I was just reading while we were having this meeting. I'm just so grateful for it. There's a lot of work I put into that. But it was a deal that should have been closed. Nothing is guaranteed in our business. That's why when you get four deals under agreement, your focus should not slow down on attracting more or everything you did to get the four. Because as Shantae said, when she closed these two, she got to what? Do all the work now to build the pipeline to get the clients. That takes time. What happens to the bills? What happens to everything else? You know, we have to mindset when we get paid, that's just the result of the real work, the real win. Right? Staying true to the commitments, doing the behaviors, getting clients, onboarding them, actually getting them to select a home after being pre-approved. That's a win. After that, now you're just doing your operational shit to get it closed. Now, it still is significant, but that ain't the popping champagne. The popping champagne is all the shit. If you stay true and do. If Shantae says she want to do a webinar every week, and that's her commitment because she processed the numbers, that's gonna give her the odds. She can make it 100 people, but only actual seven of them may actually turn into clients. But that seven clients, if she does that weekly, she has seven clients built up. After a couple months, she has 30 plus real leads. And out of that, maybe only 50% may actually turn into clients. That's, what is that? 17? I don't know what the 15 actual closings on top of any other referrals she's going to be getting because she took care of her clients. Like she made that math. So now she has to stay true to the system. It makes sense. Now, if it gets better, if she has a sweet spot and her numbers are actually higher than what I gave for examples, meaning she's not converting only seven of them, she's converting 13 of them out of the 100. It just makes the pot sweeter. But keep it going. Because then if you get so fucking overwhelmed busy, sell the leads, right? But have good problems. Keep the system going. If the system's going, don't stop it. If the system's going, don't stop it. Enhance it. And if you got to spend money to enhance it, do that. Spend money on that shit. Not a fucking car that you're not going to turn into a two-row money making machine. Not on clothes, unless it's clothes that's going to help you attract the audience that you're going after. Right? If Shantae's going, I'm only referencing because I remember this, but Shantae's going after golf clients or environment, she may spend money on a golf fit, but because that supports the environment she has to go for a different clientele she wants to be exposed to. Right? If Derek is going, on his tours and he may spend more money on, I don't know, I don't know because I don't know, I don't even know what he's doing. I just know he's Afro fat and dancing and shaking his ass and networking. But he may leverage that if he's looking to, do real estate here, get licensed in Georgia, get licensed in Texas, so he can work business while he's working business. But that comes with clarity. That comes with a lot of clarity. And there's a lot of work we got to do. It's just a lot of work we got to do with ourselves, which will only help us do the shit. Over the last couple of weeks, guys, I've had a really hard time emotion internally, like fucking hard. I just got a major breakthrough between late last night and this morning. And I thank God, I thank my wife and my kids, like they came, prayed for me. I mean, it was like self-destructing, but I realized I was avoiding doing work, like my business type of work. And when I would do it, it was like bullshit, small task shit to feel like I was doing something. And I would substitute it with having to do other shit, rather it was First Christmas or making merch or other dumb shit that ain't really supporting the real bigger vision I have. But when I had downtime or free time, because that stuff was very important. So I'm not downgrading. It was very important, especially First Christmas. Like that has been significant. But when I had free time, I would avoid going in my office or doing work 'cause I didn't know what. And then I was like, why? And then I was like, I don't really know what to do. And I was like, what? So as I'm doing all this other shit, or I'm pressing merch, and that shit's selling like hotcakes. It's fucking nuts. I ain't gonna lie, it's just crazy. Every time I put a post up, it's like I get mad orders. Even though I just love my shit and I post it, I just get mad orders, bro. But that takes time, and I'm doing that, and then I'm fucking up in my head like, yo, what are you doing here, bro? Because it takes mad time. That's just work. But I do love it, but it takes mad time. Like, holy shit, what are you doing? So fuck up. Now I try to ignore it. So I'm like suppressing. Yesterday, I'm decorating our first family's house at first Christmas, and that shit was unbelievable. I got to share the message. I got this is just one. Um, but I'm there now. I'm rushing. I'm irritated because I'm feeling like I'm behind. I'm like, fuck, I'm here decorating. I should be getting doing things to produce work and business. So now I'm acting a little irritating, to my wife and kind of I just wasn't present. I was present, but I wasn't present. But it's all this shit. So I'm driving home. I'm in my head. Now I'm really like I'm hurting now. Like, what is going on? So now I start praying. I start rebuking Satan. I'm like, all right, this is not of God. Something else is going on, or I'm distracting my mind, thinking something's wrong when I'm doing something so dope and amazing for another human. I'm not grateful for this. I'm not feeling good. That's not of God. Something's wrong, right? So I rebuke Satan, go through this whole process. That started, and I'm like, all right, I'm still feeling a lot of weight. So I put on this YouTube thing to help, and that actually helped. And then I started talking with God. And then I got a different layer of clarity. I'm like, yo, it's not about me. I'm worrying about me, 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 me. I'm doing work for God right now. Like, this shit ain't about me. That's the problem. I'm focusing on me. It ain't about you, bro. Like, you're doing something for him, and he's gonna take care of you when you serve him. And be happy about it. Be a cheerful servant. And I am. It's just in that moment I'm not, right? Because now I'm focusing on my behind or I'm not doing work. But when I have a chance to do work, I ain't really doing work anyway. What's really going on? Get home. I'm like, something's wrong. So I'm trying to be around. My wife's asking me what's wrong, and I'm like, no, nothing. And I'm trying to figure it out. I'm like, shit. So I need to lay down and reset. Whole process. My wife sent them in, but my son came in, prayed for me, like held me, prayed for me, and over me. Then my daughter came in, held me, helped, prayed for me. My wife came in, she prayed like 3 or 4 times over me. It was just, but in the middle of the night, I just got the clarity, and it all came. And I was God. The clarity God gave me this morning more was like all the shit you've been saying and thinking was me communicating to you. Stop this shit. Like that's not the focus. Why are you doing more of it? You know what I mean? I need you here. I need you to focus there. Because I'm like, all right, what's the clarity? What is it? Am I doing too much? And I'm doing too much. Now I'm taking on adding random shit. I'm like going shopping for fucking other people and shit, like for merch and just other small shit. But I lost the mission to real estate. I even at one point I was like, I don't even know if I want to be doing real estate. Like that thought even came. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
the process and journey was nuts. And then I was like, I had to reframe it. I was like, all right, clarity. Real estate is not something I'm trying to do for the rest of my life. It's not. But it is a vehicle God gave me with a gift that I can run the fucking bag up to go do what I really want to do as I get clear what that is. So I need real estate because this is where I can make stupid amounts of money. And when I said that to myself, it reminded me and I got re-excited. Right. And so I'm telling you guys, it was a whole process and journey to all these points. Like I can't just tell you one of them without someone understanding the other pieces. This gave a whole different level of clarity today, momentum. Like I actually woke up. Dude, the last week and a half, I haven't woken up at the time I was supposed to at all. That shit ain't me. Today was the first day I got up at 5:15 in like almost 2 weeks. Like nuts, nuts. Like I was not going in the right direction. But all that led me to now And today I have on my schedule, I'm gonna go through a whole list of everything I do. All the shit I do, I love to do, I put time for, and I'm gonna fucking put a line right through what I'm not gonna do anymore. And what are the things that actually support what I'm committed to and what I really want, whether it's income, production level, a lifestyle, actual accomplishment. What are those things? And I'm only gonna circle the things that support that. And it's gonna be few. Everything else cannot stay anymore. Because that was self-destructing me. All the shit I was giving the time and attention to, I'm like, it's coming up. Like, oh, bro, what the fuck we doing here? You notice? And I was suppressing it, like, oh, no, no. Suppressing it. And before I know it, I was fucking losing myself. All right. It's just, anyway, doing shit for low amounts of value God gave me such a powerful gift and an ability, and I'm doing low valuable shit, earning low fucking change, and I'm making time for that. But I don't make time for the stuff that's going to help transform everything. Does not make sense. Not even okay. If I was a parent, right? If I was God as a parent and I gave you this big gift, this big clarity, this big platform, and you're doing fucking baby shit, you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna be pissed as a parent. I did all this investment. I sent you to college and you went to go to McDonald's, you know what I mean, to be a head cashier. You'd be pissed. So I
Jeremy, I think it sucks because I think your situation probably wasn't as easy because probably those other things are gift related too. Because even though making shirts, they were like, okay, what kind of gift is that? But the creativity and to create that kind of brand is still a gift. It's just not related to
mm,
the main thing. You know what
that
I
part.
mean? And I completely understand. I had some of those things. Some things I've been working on too, but I was like, yo, real estate still needs my direct attention. So appreciate you for sharing that. 'Cause
Yeah, and I
it's real.
thank you for that. And that reminded me it is because I'm like, yo, people are paying me, bro, before I even like buy the shit. I'm like, the fuck? I'm like, no, no, no. They're like, no, money sent, bro. I'm talking about. But what is that tied to? Instant gratification, which is this bad drug we have in our brain. So what do we want to do? Things that give us instant gratification. Real estate is what? Delayed gratification. So now my brain started supporting behaviors and actions to get that immediate maybe support. And like you said, it was the excitement. Like I love my shit and I post because I genuinely love making it. And then like people want it. And then the fact that people want to, they see the power and significance of the brand. And additionally, the person who owns that brand and they want that on their kids. They want that on themselves. People are ordering for their mom. Like I got schools putting fucking orders and shit. You know what I mean? Like that's pretty dope, but it's a distraction. God's like, I hear you. Find another avenue. Pay someone to make the shit. But that's not, I didn't give you this gift and this platform to do. That's not it. It's not it. And that's not what's gonna help me sustain what I have and built either. So it ain't fair to my kids. It ain't fair to my wife, right? If I come under financial pressure and I now share that to them, that shit ain't fair. If I have someone else I could help, rather financially or mentally or emotionally, that's not fair to them because they'll never get access to me because I distracted myself and I never leveled up to a platform that allowed me to get exposed to that person, to speak to them. That actually now I awoken another person who was a king, but they were acting like a peasant, and now they're doing king shit, impacting way more people for God, not for me, for God. So now I'm a threat to God. You know what I mean? Because I'm not. Anyway, that's just deep, but yeah, I appreciate you guys. Yeah, go ahead, EJ. Oh, I thought he raised his hand. Maybe they by accident or something.
Nah, my phone dropped.
Oh, okay. Your phone's like, oh, he dropped me, bro. So now thinking about you all's business and thinking about finishing this year, thinking about next year, thinking about how we operate, how you're not operating and all of those components. How do we set a clean slate of what we really need to be doing and how we should really be doing it? So this was a training I went through that I loved. So I put together a presentation for you all to get clarity and keep it simplistic, right? When we think about our business or our content we're making on social media, or we're even thinking about what we should do next, we're thinking about how do we get business? What can I do to get business? What can I say to get business? What can I create that gets going to give me business? If we start reframing that, right? Think about what can I give? What can I provide? What value can I add? It will give you more business than if you do things to get immediate business. Some of the ads I share with you guys that I made initially, and I'm getting sharper and wiser as I'm understanding all this, it was an ad to excite you, and then a page to support it, and then to get business. Basically, give me information so we can get started or we can start talking. That's like trying to get direct business versus adding value. If someone clicks that link, all right, so maybe it connects to them. Majority, right? Some just fucking curious. Who knows? What value can I get? Because when we are interested in something, what do? We want to learn more. We want to check it out. We want to blah 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 blah. We'll do that if we go somewhere. It's a safe space that says, here, here's some free information that's actually going to help you now. And it's free, no obligation. You're good on me. You take it, right? And then now you're still thinking about that person, where it came from, and now you have an opportunity to stay in touch because they got to give you information to get information. Or at least the area where they go get the free has your info. But start adding value. The more you add value, it's similar to not being a superhero. When you're showing how much value you add for others and how you're saving others so they can continue on their heroic journey, or they can win, or finally have a space to put their kids so they're not all sharing a room because they're all teenagers and there's boy and a girl, but it's sharing a room, right? Whatever that may be, you were the person that helped someone in their story. It ain't about you, but you were the most important asset in that movie for the superhero. So in return, you'll get rewarded. So changing our mind from trying to receive, trying to get, to giving. Giving. Figure out what your niche is, what you do, and think about how do you just give value? What can you do to provide value? Right? So that first transition of mindset. And it actually makes it easier to create content when you're just focused on what value can I give versus what can I say that's going to get me business? What can I say that's going to get me likes? What can I say that's going to get someone to take action and shoot me a DM? That makes it more challenging, more complicated. Our brain doesn't like cognitive stress, right? Which is overwhelming, too much shit to think about or not clear. When it's not clear, your brain's it's like, fuck, no. That's where delay, that's where it wants to go do other shit, pressing clothes or fucking scrolling on social media or doing other maybe valuable but not as highly impactful, valuable things to the things you really care about or want. Um, your contacts that you currently already have, how do we leverage those creatively now to add value? How do we organize those? Some of you may have already started organizing, some of you may have not, some of you may have actually fully done. Uh, how do we actually start working this correctly? And probably a year or two ago, we talked about reaching out to 5 contacts a day, but the intent was always getting business. That mindset didn't support you staying with the activity or even starting it. Because then you're in your head, you're thinking again, complication of, oh, what do I say? How do I get business? Or you're waiting for business to come back, and when it doesn't, like, oh, fuck it. Give value, right? So we don't need to go find a whole bunch of people. We actually know enough. And some of you, you've actually already served enough. Like y'all have clients that you've actually already taken care of. How do we now organize that information that we already have and create a system to where we can add value on it where it's a part of business? So this now supports, right? If you know, let's just say you knew a client was having a baby when you helped them sell their house. It may be you checking in to ask them, how old your kid now? Or is your kid walking yet? Or, you obviously reference their name. If you don't remember, just go to their social media page. People post all their information there. Or if you know they were getting married or had an anniversary or 1 year of their rental history or 1 year of their anniversary of owning the house since you sold it to them or helped them buy it or whatever it is. There's a way to add value there, or a holiday season, which we talk about often, right? That is an avenue to start a conversation. Hey, I saw on social media your daughter just had a birthday party. Sending so much love. Hope she had an awesome birthday party in her house. I hope she's loving it. Da da da. Oh yes, the people loved it. Thank you so much again. Yeah, she had a great birthday party. Perfect. Ah, blah blah blah. Whatever. Right. And then you may carry it on. That's awesome. Listen, this is what I do it for. People like you get to celebrate a birthday in your own home. Your daughter has her own room to put all her crazy gifts. Like I love this type of work. Right. And you may say, oh yes, thank you so much. And now there may be opportunity to ask. Let me know at any point if you know someone who needs the type of help that I gave you guys, or if you know someone who's looking to have and accomplish what we were able to do for you guys. I will absolutely make myself available. So now you initiate it by just adding value, talking about something they care about. It wasn't about you. It wasn't about what you needed. But now that conversation started, you acknowledge, and people are loving on you and showing appreciation. They want to help you. They want to add value. So you're now adding value again. Who do you know that, is looking to do what we were able to make happen for you guys? No one comes to mind. Or actually my coworker or my cousin who came over, she's looking, listen, I'll make time for any of your people to make sure that they're a priority. If they're ready now, say no more. You can shoot me their info or set up a group chat and I can just chat with her, see what's important to her and start the conversation. Right? Lightweight, but adding values, adding value. You are a valuable asset, all of you. But we're giving, right? So now we take our contacts, we organize them in a way that aligns with whatever, other sellers, buyers, or if you know you will work with only investors, uh, investors actively looking, long-term investors looking to buy out or sell out, um, flippers or whatever, right? You may categorize them. They're all investors, so you got one bucket, which is great. Like talking about investors, sellers, buyers, first-time home buyer. That's a lot of different groups. Choose a group, whoever you got, lock in and then peel back the layers within that one and then break your contacts up that way because this is going to help as you start creating a formula to follow. Like for me with my contacts, I need to add value to 5 people a day, and I'm going to have it to where it's a part of my morning, my later part of my morning, which makes for me is appropriate 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock I need to start this activity, 11 o'clock or before. If I finish up some prior very important activities in the morning before 11, I'm going to bang it. I'll use Gemini to figure out what value I can add. I may even set it up as a project to where every day it tells me already value, like 2 or 3 value adds that I can add. And I just choose one. Now it's an easier systematic process versus now every day I'm like, fuck, what am I going to say today? Or do I use a thing of yes, what you can use, what you said yesterday to someone else. But create a system so but your brain now understands. It's like when I know I start to wake up at 5. I'm out of the bed by like 5:25, the latest. But my brain already knows. The first thing I do is I do push-ups to wake up for a little bit, and then I go down in the gym. But I don't leave the bedroom because I don't want to go in the gym tired as fuck as I'm standing around like, all right, what do I do for 10 minutes trying to wake up still? But that's my process. My brain knows it. I don't have to fight it. I don't have to think about it. It just knows. So that's why I'm so consistent. So now think about that for your business. That's why I chose by 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock, that's when I started. If I get free time, I can bang it out before. I'll set up Gemini. I have a project. I just go there, choose the idea, add the value. It may be speak on something they posted over the weekend. Cool. I'm gonna go to just 5 people in order. I may have it on my tracker. I gotta set that piece up correctly, which takes time, but it's worth it. And that way I can just check a box. And then maybe I'll have the Excel set up to where when I check the box, it automatically rotates them down to the bottom as far as need to be contacted. Now, if something comes of it, I can put them on a different tracker as now business, later business or warm up business. And I can maybe put them there should it turn into something. But these systems may take a second, some time to set it up. Great, but it's going to support. We got a whole year. We're not just trying to win in January. We're trying to win the whole year and then every year after that. So put the time in, create the processes, and talk to yourself positively about the processes and how fruitful this is. It will support you. Because when you have it, guys, if we stay true to this, we just can't fucking lose. We can't lose. We can't lose. This is one value add that I'm gonna run this play too. And I don't care who else on the team runs this play, right? 2025 wealth audit. right? Lower taxes or find equity, no strings attached. Tax. Now, before I do this, I'm gonna have those resources there. So if someone wants to do a wealth audit for how to get lower taxes, I need to have someone already ready to go. Equity, find equity, I can help with that. Cool. Let's look at your properties, figure out where you have equity and what kind of equity you have. Take care of this for free. Right? It's this message is clear. It's not complicated. The brain doesn't figure out, well, what the hell do you do? Wealth audit. All right, you audit my wealth. Okay, cool. How do you look? Now I may change this up a little, right? But lower my taxes, help me find equity, and no strings attached. Clear, simple, and this will hit those who have wealth, not those who don't, right? Based on whoever you're trying to attract. Mine's is sellers, right? I want sellers who have multiple properties or a property. So I chose wealth audit. You may choose something different. But now, right, adding value. This ties to the beginning. What do we say? I'm not asking for anything. I'm giving. I'm adding value, providing. Another value add to give, right, is give insight, give information. Not, hey, you're looking to buy, sell. Let me know if you're looking to do such and such, right? An annual equity checkup. There may be somebody actually looking like, I don't know, I'm assuming, or they don't have access to online, off market. And again, these have to be tailored, guys, to your focuses. Off market hunter. That is so clear, like their brain doesn't have to get confused about what the hell you do. It's clear. Off market hunter. Put a post up about that. Every couple days, several days a week, I do that. Right? Return on investment calculator. That shit stuck out for me, right? I'm gonna show y'all what I created today. Guys, can I show y'all what I created today? I need somebody to talk to me. Somebody tell me something.
That's nice.
All right. Y'all want, can I show y'all?
Oh, show us,
Y'all want to
phone.
see what I created today? I gotta have more than just Elijah talking to me.
Show me the money, man.
All right, cool. I got two people talking to me.
I can't see it, but I'm listening and I'm excited. So
All right.
just be discreet.
I need you to see this. Trust me. I need you to see this.
I'm
So
here.
I
Don't worry. I'm quiet, but I'm here.
I was like, okay, I need to create something valuable that people can go to and use. So I was like, yo, let me create a fucking calculator website that investors, developers, uh, whoever can go here and have all the calculators all in one part, where they can calculate an investment opportunity, they can calculate a flip, they can calculate a multifamily if it's tangible, they can calculate their own mortgage payment on a potential house they want to buy. Simple, simply add in value, but also give them an option if they want to talk further. Here's the site. Just created this morning. Rental property. Multifamily return on investment calculator. It has every fucking thing. They just pop it in, whatever they want. Numbers, purchase price, down payment, the vacancy rate, obviously, which is 5%. They all know. Everything else, property mint, utilities, they can pop all that stuff in to figure out the debt coverage ratio, right? Their gross annual rent, monthly mortgage, loan amount, down payment, net operating, cash on cash return. They can just fucking play with the numbers. If it's a fix and flip, they just click the fix and flip. Same thing. Selling costs, boom. Holding time, monthly costs, right? For the hard money loan, all of that crap. The amortization, return on investment, return on it. Like they get all of that immediately.
Yo, do me a favor. Go back to rental property for a second.
Yeah.
Let's see how this would work. So highlight the question mark next to vacancy rate. See what it says.
All right.
Expert expected
Expected
percentage of
percentage
time.
of time units are empty.
So that's months of 5%.
Yeah, so you calculate at 5% like a vacancy rate. Some people calculate it higher if they want to be aggressive, but
Hmm.
because as you have turnover, then filling it, you takes a month or 3 months or 4 months to fill it with new tenants. So you have to account for a vacancy rate because you're not
Okay.
100% filled at all times, which that's the goal. If you are great, but you got to account for vacancy. Sometimes they'll do 10%, 20% vacancy rate.
Mhm. Well, at
But
least if somebody's a
so
beginner,
look,
they
if
can
I
read
change
it.
that, yeah, I can put
Standard is five, bro.
25%. You see that? I changed 25%. It impacted the whole results. I
Good
change
God.
that to 10% immediately. You ain't gotta ask, you ain't gotta check number of units. Let's say it's six. Boom.
Mm.
Down payment. Let's just say I'm only putting down 5% because I'm using NACA or whatever program. Everything is impacted. Property taxes, they're 14,000. Everything moves. It's all live. You got
Up
cap
that
rate
purchase price to
calculator.
1 million.
Purchase price. Let's put,
That's more realistic. 1.2
yeah,
or something.
we'll put 1.1 million. That's 1.1, right? No, 1.1. No.
I feel you. I feel you. No, I'm not
Shit, how
judging.
many zeros? All
I'm
right,
not judging. I
zeros. All
promise.
right, there you go. 1.1. Boom. So I got it for that. But it's
Hey,
all fluid and all rows. You got cash on cash because a lot of investors look for shit like that. I ain't gonna lie. I don't fully understand all these terms, but they love that shit and they want it. You got mortgage calculator. If you want just regular fucking mortgage calculator, all right, my purchase price is 750. Interest rates, let's just call it 6.5, right? 30-year mortgage. If people say, oh, 50, cool, let's calculate 50 real quick. How did it change? All right, a 50-year mortgage versus a 30-year mortgage. I don't know what the hell. I don't even think there was much of a difference. It was like fucking $500 difference. That's nuts. That's crazy. 50 years. That's nuts. But anyway, this is a valuable tool anybody can go to, and it's simple. I ain't asking you to do nothing else. There's no like shit you got to jump through. You just come in and fucking use that. Ready to invest? You want to chat? You got my info. You can click email me or email me. Go to my thumbprint page or get in touch. Boom. I got you. Anyway. Anyway, y'all, come
I love it.
on. Come on, man. You want to create a VA, figure out what they need or what they look into, you can create a fucking site for that, whatever. Like, Shante, please tell me you saw that. Because you work with clients that deal with shit like that. I know.
I'm driving. I literally cannot look at my phone right now.
Man, I'm recording this, so you got to go back and see that. I'm glad
Okay.
you kept your eyes on the
I'll look
road
at it
and
later.
respecting your life. I respect that. And another area is giving value and just asking for something easy in return, right? A testimonial. Your past clients, you may say, hey, today I'm giving out 5 Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks gift cards to clients who simply just write a review on my Facebook page or on my Google page or on my Zillow. I can't do Zillow unless they were the actual buyer of the house, so or seller. But wherever your platform for reviews are, reviews matter. We still look at reviews. You buy something on Amazon, you look at reviews. You're looking for a plumber, you look at his reviews. Looking for a realtor, people are looking at reviews. So this is another powerful avenue, right, to adjust your mind to go out. This supports what we were talking about prior is not only always trying to go out and find new clients. How do we add value to the ones we've already served or the people we already know? Best part is, and we always think we gotta wait until the end. Yo, catch them when they're at the happiest, when you get that offer accepted. Why do we wait? Why do we feel like we gotta wait? I was speaking to an agent who does, all their like I'm talking about probably 95 to 100% of their businesses are referrals and they're top producer. Like I'm talking about like they're like on a different level of high producer with a different level of kind of clients they work with.
So they top 10?
Yeah, and like the fucking state. You know what I mean? Like,
Damn, that's
you
how
know what I
you
mean?
bumming? Okay,
Just
okay.
good shit. And their business is referrals, right? But they just turn clients and multiply them. He said, that's it. And he don't wait to the end. The fact that you can get someone approved on the journey looking and find a home they love, that's a win. Everything else is just now the paperwork we got to get done. Sometimes the paperwork don't work right, but and a lot of times it's out of your control. It wasn't your fault. Why wait until the end to ask for more business? And why go out trying to find people that don't know you to believe in you as your main business when you can just go to people who already love you, who are already using you, who've already used you? Why are we making that shit hard? everybody knows a lot of people. And everyone's not using the lens of thinking about you because you don't tell them what you need. They don't even know you need them. They just know you got business. They're like, oh, you don't need me. You don't need to be bothered. Check. All right, got you. Oh shit, I ain't got no checks. Tell her I'll Zell her. Tell her I'm gonna Zell her. Yeah, I'm gonna Zell her. Thank you. Um, so this, please adapt. I'm gonna adapt. I don't even do this. I'm going to start. I'm not waiting till closing to ask for business. I'm not waiting till closing to ask for referrals. Yeah, referrals or reviews. I'm just not. Because for us, I can say the agents here, we aren't sloppy, we aren't neglectful. Uh, so we're not gonna lose a deal because of us, majority of the time. So we don't need to wait until the end to get a review or get a referrals. Or let them know, you know what I mean? Who else do you know that I can help make this happen for too? And if they say, I don't know anyone now, tell them anytime you do anytime, like doesn't matter. I'll absolutely prioritize them. And this is how I get to do what I do is people like you referring to people that love and trust you. You send them to me, people who you love and trust. And in that moment, if you build your relationships right, you can easily say that. But now this makes business easier, guys, and trying to find people who don't know you to know you, trust you, sign a contract with you, and get a home or sell a home. Does not mean you shouldn't, just means that should not be the 80, 90% of our business. That's why we're working so much harder. I want to pause there. I feel like there's a lot we hit, and I also realize adding too much at one time overwhelms the brain, as we talked about, right? That cognitive, and it would actually force people to just stay put. Like, that was a lot. I can't remember. Let me just do what I was doing, and I'll get back to that. So
Yeah,
start
you
giving.
dropping a lot. Yeah, you dropping a lot of gems. Then you threw me off with the check. I was like, okay.
Yeah. So I'm going just a quick, right? Start giving. Not worrying about trying to get business, trying to get a deal, trying to get a listing. We add value strategically, add value that will give in return. It will come, and you will be seen more favorably in social media's eyes, or your client's eyes, or a partner, or a client. And you're focusing on giving added value, and you'll actually do it easier and more because it's easier. It's easier to do for others than it is to ask for business. But we got to do shit that actually counts too, right? We have a lot of money already in our cell phone. Like there's a lot of money already in there. We just never maturely activated it. There's a lot of money already in our contacts. We just not have maturely activated it. There's a lot of money already in our contacts. Spend the time, figure out a system or structure to organize business or partners that you know you can get business with or add value to who can in return give you business. Simple. When you're messaging people, add value. But I would absolutely be that should be just five a day. Even if it's maybe someone on social media who supports your shit and you see them always liking your stuff. Hey, listen, I just want you to know I like see you always engaging in my stuff. And I just want you to know I appreciate you genuinely. And it feels good when I see your name pop up. Like, what? You know what I mean? Like, that was just online. When you put content or communication as far as a value add, keep it simple, clear, and easy for their brain. You ain't got to use fancy, cute words, sophisticated. Like people's brains don't work that way, and they don't want to have to figure out what is it you're offering or providing of value, even if it's free. Make it simple, clear, but it's supportive of the first. Add value. Keep it clear and simple for the brain, so the brain can just receive it without to it. Because when we get confused, if I had put an ad and y'all all like, oh shit, Jeremy's hosting a webinar about or an in-person event about self-development and growth, and I take it to a web page and it's a whole bunch of fucking words, and I'm explaining how self-development works, and I'm explaining why this event here, we're gonna have this person talk about this, and this talks about your brain and why your brain actually does this, and this is why you actually do this. What happens to your brain? Oh shit. That's a lot. I'm gonna come back to it. I'm gonna come back to it. I'm gonna go back to social media and just be dumb for a little bit so I can calm my brain down. That was a lot. You know what I mean? So keep it simple and clear. Give insights and value, not houses, right? So rather the annual equity checkup. I would even put something simple as a lot of people are wondering how much their house is worth. Say no more. I got you. I'll do it for free. Let me know if you need, if you want to, whatever it is. I haven't got that wording down pat yet, but something like that. Create a graphic that says it, whatever. A post on words on Facebook, something in your story with a link that takes them to a page that lets them do it immediately. And it says, hey, if you have additional questions, click this, let's chat, and I'll reach out. I'm gonna create that fucking site today too. Oh shit. Create that motherfucker today. Off Market Hunter, right? Return on investment calculator. I showed you guys that as well. Get your reviews. Get your reviews. If you got to exchange value to receive something of value, that value you give them is one-time use, but they're gonna value the shit out of it. Yours is gonna feed your business because that review will stay there for life. It's worth it. If you can ask it and not have to give anything, cool. But if you got to give something of value, who gives a shit, right? Don't be stingy, but don't be wasteful. We use our resource, our money, in strategic places that's going to allow it to come back and multiply. Simple as that. And lastly, you got enough money with the people you know. Allow them to be your referrals. Allow them to help your business do what it's never done next year. Allow them. I have two people who were dog referrals this year. Dog referrals. Dog. Like I got one, two, three, four, five. I got five closed deals from just two people. And then I have a listing from a referral, and that listing is selling and buying. It's just we haven't got it under agreement yet. The one in Rehoboth, but that was a referral as well. And when that does close, and I got other referrals that I'm still nurturing and working, they kind of goes. That's just off of two people. That'll be seven deals that I would have never had if it wasn't for two people that know me, love me, full out support me, and I reward them. That's a W, guys. That's a fucking W. Then I just turn those people I serve who got referred into referrers. You know what I mean? So you got enough business on your plate as is. And again, I'll pause there and allow for conversation or questions. All right. And don't get overwhelmed by this, guys. Very fucking simple. Maybe choose two things you really liked here. If that's what you got to do at minimum, cool. Figure out the two that really jumped out that you like, yo, I could do that. Do that. Do it. That's it. If it's just one, fuck it. Do that. Do that one thing then. Like, do it and stay true to that. And then once you got that under control, it's fucking comfy, you slot. Choose another one. Don't do it all. Choose one. Choose two. That's it. Commit to yourself, your business. Like, we're about to have a really different kind of year next year. Absolutely. And the ones who don't, it will be because you did not choose to stay true to the work that has to be done. It was hard being broke this year. It was very financially stressed year. Made a lot of money, but a lot of that money went to a lot of debt. I had a lot of investment properties in projects I was in. It was stretched, ate up a lot of profit. You know what I mean? Yeah, there was some still, but it ate up a lot, ate up a majority. You know what I mean? Now, still got other value from that deal because we got a lot. We're going to, sell off instead of build. But then I got another lot and deal I'm in. And so I got a lot of great shit, but it's still stretched. Made great money, but spent great money. I should have fucking 300 grand just sitting in the bank account as like emergency funds. But how I showed up represented the current situation. So wherever situation you are in, it's based on how you showed up. Simple as that. Fuck sugarcoating it. Fuck the lies, because the lies ain't gonna help you make more. You are where you are based on how you showed up. Just